Hello again, Go Coders. Welcome to the CSS session as part of our Introduction to Web Development course. So I'm going to open my VS Code right here, and I'm going to start explaining and demonstrating what CSS is and what it does. From line 9, as you can see, guys, from line 9 until line 11, I've included the three types of CSS ways in which we can manipulate CSS or include it in our pages, right? So the first one is the inline styling. The second one, internal styling. The last one is external styling. So I'm going to demonstrate all three using our existing project, right? And our existing code. So I'm going to start by line 14, demonstrating inline styling. So how does inline styling work and how do you use it? So you just start by typing the word style, right? You type style is equal to, and in double quotes, right? Then let's do this. I'm going to say maybe color. Let me put a color, maybe put red, right? But before I demonstrate how it looks, this is our existing page, right? And this is how it looked last time. This is how we left it. So if I include a color red, then when I refresh, do you see that our heading has changed, which is pretty cool. So let's go back and do a few more things to this particular heading, and then we can move to the next segment. All right, so there, we're going to, let's maybe increase the font size, right? The font size of our text, maybe put it to 4rem. Okay, so when we say 4rem, we're talking about the measure of unit. We can use pixels, we can use EMs. So this is just another measure of unit. And the reason why I favor rems is that when you resize your pages, it's going to resize and respond accordingly in different screen devices, right? So we're going to add something else. Maybe let's text align, right? Our text, and maybe put it as center so that it can be at the center of the page, our text, right? So let's also include a background color. Maybe I can make it aqua, any color. This is just for demonstration purposes, right? So let's go back here and when we refresh, we save and we refresh, so we can see that our text is larger because we use the font size property. We've got a background color and we've got a color of red. So those are some of the properties that you can use to manipulate text, right? So let's go back again and demonstrate our internal styling. So now when you want to style your pages, right, using internal styling, all you need to go and do is to type out the style tag here and make sure that it's closed. So in between the text, we can start to style. For instance, we're going to style our H6, heading level 6 tag. So we're just going to type it here, H6. We don't put it in any as a tag, but we're just going to put it as it is. And then we open our curly brackets here and we start to put in a color. Let's put in a color as well. There are other properties that you can use, but it's just for this purposes of learning here. So maybe let's put a color that maybe will be visible. Let's say green, right? Let's change the font size. The font size, let's make it maybe 30 pixels. 30 pixels, right? And let's give a background color of yellow. Right, so let's type yellow. Right, we save that and we go and we run this in our browser. Great, so we can see that our color is green. We've got a background of yellow. The font size has increased. Remember that last time it was very small. Let's go to our paragraph now and do a bit of external styling. So now with external styling, everything becomes a bit different. So what we need to go and do is that we need to go in our browser, although you can type it out if you can remember the syntax, but this is just a quick hack that I use. So I'm going to open a new tab, right? And then maybe type CSS reference link, CSS reference link to HTML, right? Let's see, let's look for one. I always want one that is simple and easy to use. All right, I like this one here. The one from W3 Schools, which is a great resource when you want to learn HTML and CSS and other languages as well. So I'll copy that, take it here. So this one, you put it in your head element, right? At least under your meta tags, and then you paste it. You can even type it if you remember, right? So what I'll do here is that I'll go and create or open a new file, which I'm going to call maybe style. Just going to give it a name, style.css, right? To indicate that it's a CSS page. It's another language. It's a different language. Like I said yesterday, every language has got a way that in which you can use it, right? And rules in using that. So I'm going to put space here so that everything is aligned perfectly. We can see that there's a reference to my style.css, but I don't have my style.css. Mine is called style.css. So I'm going to reference to my particular file, right, which is style.css. It can be anything, main.css, anything, even the one that was there, right? So I just went to change it there so that you can understand. So what href only means is that it's a reference. We are referencing to another page or to another file, right? So href is just a reference. The type, it means that it's a CSS, meaning that we are using CSS as a language, right? And then what is the relationship? When we say rel, it only means the relationship. It means that this is a style sheet. Remember, it's cascading style sheets. So with having that done, we're going to go into our style sheets in the different file. Then we're going to take the p tag. This is the one that we want to style. It can be anything. But in this case, remember, we've already styled the H1, we've already styled the H6. So we're going to style the p tag now, the paragraph. Right. So let's go and give it bolder, maybe color. So we can say font family or font weight, right? We can give it maybe 800. We want it to a bit bolder. Let's give maybe a font family, another font, something that is different. Let's look for something that, yeah, let's take Times because it will look different. And maybe let's put a color. Maybe let's make it blue, something that's significant, something that we can see. I always like to use blue because blue or red is more visible, right? And then what else can we do? Can we increase? No, we don't need. Maybe just text align, maybe to text align, meaning that we are aligning the text maybe to the left. To the left. Let's put it to the right, right? All right, so let's go and save this. And after saving this, go and to our page and let's go and refresh. Do we see that, guys? It has moved. We've aligned the text to be on the left. We've changed the color to blue and we have done other things as well, right? Let me just check. Yes, and we have increased the font weight, right? We've changed the font, the family, right? How it looks. So this is it, guys. I hope to see you next time. Thank you.